If you can increase your show rate on your life insurance appointments, then you will immediately make more money, assuming everything else stays the same. So let's say right now your show rate is at 30% and you're making, let's say, 10 grand. If you can move your show rate from 30% to 45%, just 15% more, now you go from making $10,000 to $15,000. This is one of the biggest needles that you can move as a life insurance agent, and it doesn't cost you any extra money at all. We currently work with almost 200 life insurance agents at the time of this video in the entire country, and I'm going to go over 5 things that they do to increase their show rate and that you can do as well. The first is if somebody is trying to reschedule an appointment, then reschedule it for the same day if at all possible. The further that you push that second appointment, the rescheduled appointment out, the lower the chance that your show rate's going to go. You want to let them know that your time is scarce, and if it's not scarce, give the illusion that it's scarce. If they're like, oh yeah, what time do you have open? I don't want to say from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. what time do you want? That just lets them know that I have nothing going on, that I probably suck, and that if they miss that appointment, then they can easily just reschedule because I have nothing going on in my life. So make sure you give the illusion that your time is scarce. If somebody's trying to reschedule and they want to do tomorrow, something I might say is, tomorrow looks pretty booked, but I did have a 3 o'clock cancel today, and I have a 6 p.m. open later today if either of those times work. And if they came back and they said neither of those times work, I could do 5 p.m. Even if I have 5 p.m. open, I'm going to say, so I have somebody at 5, but I talked to them earlier today and they seem pretty flexible with their time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and schedule you at 5. I'm going to reach out to them after you and I hop off this call. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to move it up to 6 because I talked to them earlier. But in the case that they can't, then I'll text you and let you know, and we'll try to get you in sometime later this week. And then not only do you give the illusion that your time is scarce, but you've also, to them, in their eyes, inconvenienced somebody else and moved their appointment so that you could squeeze them in. Will greatly increase your show up rate. The second thing that you can do is a morning call to confirm your appointments for the day. This could be super quick. If you have 5 appointments, 1 5-minute call, max 5, really it's only like a 1 to 2 minute call. So 5 1 to 2 minute calls to confirm your appointments. If they don't answer, in your head, you're like, all right, this person may not show up. I wouldn't mark them as a no-show if they don't answer, but just do a phone call. If they don't answer, leave a voicemail, just confirming the appointment. And they could have forgotten the appointment was that day and reminded them they might need to reschedule. A reschedule is a good thing because that shows that they're active enough to communicate with you to reschedule. Do a morning call to confirm your appointments. Now, like I was saying earlier, we work with hundreds of life insurance agents in the country that specialize in IULs. We have IUL leads that we sell, and we also provide you a setter for your IUL leads. So when you buy from us, you don't have to worry about becoming a full-time call center to squeeze as much value out of those as possible. But if you want to find out more about that, I left a link down in the description. The third thing that you can do to increase your show rate is a personalized video or voice note whenever the appointment is booked. So if I see an appointment pop up on my calendar, maybe you're one of our clients and the setter booked you somebody on the calendar for, let's say, tomorrow at 2, you send them a video or a voice note saying, hey, just saw that you booked at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Super excited to talk with you, go over the IUL. Let me know if you have any questions. See you then. Boom. It's just that easy. You could also kind of combine this with the previous one of the morning call to confirm. You could do a morning voice note to confirm or a morning video to confirm. This will boost your show up rate pretty good. The fourth thing is the first appointment. Really, what we went over in previous videos is doing a 1-call close. And I'm not going to go over that in this video, but you need to watch that one. But your appointment should always be phone call first because it just adds less friction to joining the call. If you're doing a Google or a Google Meet or a Zoom call, a video call, it adds more friction. Your show up rate is going to be lower. So you do a phone call first. If you need them on video to go over an illustration, or if you just want to get on video so that they can see your face and build more trust, on the phone call, ask them if they're around their computer. If they say they are, then tell them to jump in the Zoom or the Google Meet, and that you'll show them the policy, show them the illustration, show them the numbers, whatever you want to say. But phone call first, your show up will be higher. All right, the last one. This is probably my favorite because it's so weird and it works so well. Let's say it's morning time. I'm looking at my appointments for the day, and I have a 3 o'clock appointment. And let's say I have 11 o'clock open. Nobody was ever booked there, but it's wide open. So what I would do is I would reach out to my 3. I'd say, hey, I just had an 11 o'clock cancel if you want to do sooner. Or if not, we can do 3. Whichever works best for you, just let me know. And then if they forgot about the appointment, then you've just reminded them. Maybe 11 o'clock does work better. Maybe they just text back, like, hey, I actually can't do it today. I need to reschedule. All of those are good outcomes because you're staying in front of them. You're reminding them. You're being of service to them, allowing them to move to another time. You're showing that your calendar availability is scarce because you just had a cancellation. Even if it's wide open, tell them it was a cancellation. This weird strategy works so well. I highly recommend doing it with all of your appointments. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Of course, if you watch this and now you know of these different strategies, and they're not anything crazy, they're actually really simple and they don't take a lot of time to do. Knowing them is one thing, implementing them is another. So I highly, highly recommend, if you're watching this and you want to make more money as a life insurance agent, then to implement the things that you learn, and with other videos too, not just ours. If you're learning stuff, learning it is cool, but implementing it is where you're going to make the money. And if you want to find out more about our IUL leads and the setters that we provide when you buy those IUL leads for no additional cost, then I left a link down in the description so that you can find out some more. And if you want to find out more about how to make more money as a life insurance agent and scale your business and your career, check out this video right here, and I'll catch you later.